Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
I've been listening to a lot of very smart service business owners say the same thing over and over. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know to listen to anymore. And I don't think that that is a motivation issue. That is a noise issue. Too many options, too many people talking, too many do this now, so many voices. So today I want to talk to you about why your business doesn't feel broken and what actually is. Hey, I'm Veronica Di Polo, and I help service business owners turn their words into leads and stay visible to the people they want to attract. Each week, I talk about how to promote your business with words humans use, not machines, so you get found and chosen faster. Welcome to the Branding Momentum Podcast. So why does everybody feel behind when you're actually not? People aren't lazy, and I've been saying this for the longest time. You're not lazy. Your brain is just fried. You've had so much information in your brain that you are tired. Everybody's watching too much of the same stuff. And every week there's a new right way to do things, and you have to do this now, and there's a new trend, and there's this new music, and there's this new catchphrase that you should be doing. And now you should be doing everything that is 2016 that it was now in 2026. So there are all these things, and you always feel behind. You can't move when everything sounds so convincing. Because they sound so convincing, you feel that you're like, you don't know where to start. You don't know where to begin, because then you feel, like I said, behind. But the issue really isn't the effort that you're giving it. It's more the mental overload that you have because you have so much information. And I always say this, I have useless information in my brain, and I don't know where it goes, but I just put it, and there's so much information, even like pop culture and things like that. You have so many knowledge that and you're like, and you store it there in your brain. But the point is, when your head is full, nothing actually moves, which takes me to the next part of what I want to talk to you, which is watching too much will actually also kill your momentum, because watching content feels like working. But it's not really. You're going through your phone and you're checking everything that is going on, and you're like, oh my God. And people just scroll and scroll instead of, deciding, because you see so much that you don't end up knowing what to do. It happens to me all the time when I'm browsing on my phone, especially with fashion. And I'm like browsing. Or I'm looking at, I don't know, Zara, Mango, H&M. And I don't end up buying it because I see so much that I'm like so overwhelmed that I end up not doing it.
Now at McDonald's, a McDouble is $2.50, so you can get your gym gains on, or just get lunch for only $2.50. Get more value on the under $3 menu.
Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher for delivery.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
That's my case, of course. I know many people of you love and you buy and you decide and you boom. And I'm more of a window shopper. That is more my thing. But also, we wait until someone else confirms what is the next move. So when we're looking on our socials and on our content and everything, if somebody says, oh, you got to do this, and you already trust that person, you're going to go like, oh, okay, maybe I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll give it a go. So then what happens is, or the way that I see it, is that we tend to stop trusting our own instincts because we're taking the word from somebody else, which is fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great. But your own inner thing that you think that you like, you're losing a little bit yourself in the middle of all that browsing and all the things that you want to And it's a little bit, like I said, it's a little bit killing that momentum. And what happens is that because you don't know what to do, it freezes you, right? And then you sit there and then you do nothing, which is not the best way to go at anything really in life. And the thing is, in the end, you are always on a consuming, binging mode. You're actually not choosing what you actually want, what you want to do, how you want to do it. You just consume and consume and consume. Now, why saying more makes it worse? When people feel a little bit shaky, they start to explain more, right? You can see this on any social media or sales pages. You see people, when they're not that sure, they end up having longer captions, they have longer sales pages, they have longer voice notes because you're trying to over-explain everything that you're doing. And you add more context and you add more justifying and you add more, I don't know, describing and more white lies maybe. Some people do. I know. I've heard those. Believe me. But when you take this back into your own business, clients don't want a full story of your business and how you came about and what are you doing, or they're coming into your sales page. They don't want this long explanation of how you're doing and what it is that they should be doing the longest way. No. And we've said this before. People don't have the time. Right? So if they don't have the time, all they want is that direction. They rather have direction than a TED Talk. I know TED Talks are beautiful to watch. They're very inspiring. But when it comes to actually having a behavior to actually buy something, people want something that is super clear, to the point, straightforward, right? So the more confident you are when you are talking to somebody on a networking, or you're putting yourself out on videos, on reels, on shorts, on TikToks, anything, it doesn't matter where. The more confident that you feel that you are, the less that you will have to explain. And this is where imposter syndrome sneaks in. So what actually helps in 2026? Now, fewer people will actually listen. Full stop. Fewer people. They will stop collecting opinions like Pokemon or Labubu, or you decide who you actually ignore. And this is what is happening. People are already saying, no, no, no. It's like Tinder, or Tinder. Why not? I don't know if it's dated or outdated. I haven't done that in a very long time. But I assume it's still happening for a lot of people. But the reality is that people pay attention to what keeps coming up for the person, for you. So if this is something that you are looking at and you see it and it keeps you on your toes, and then they will actually gravitate towards that. Make things simpler, not smarter. You may want to sound very smart and knowledgeable and all these fancy words and very niche words that explain who exactly what you do and what you are. But the simpler that you will translate them for your audience, for the people that are following you, that are people that are inside your database, on your emails, on your socials, the clearer, the better. You need to become the translator of your world to somebody that doesn't know you, so they actually say, oh my God, yes, I need to be with this person. I totally get, they are in my brain, they're talking to me, I want to know more about them. And the progress comes from editing out, not stacking more and more. I remember that when I used to be a stylist, I used to tell my clients and how, when they were putting themselves together and everything, and I would say, listen, less is more. And I know you've heard this before. And in business, and if you're in front of a camera, it's even also relevant, especially right now in 2026, because the attention span is a big problem. But not only that, also the fact that before you leave the house, make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror. And if there's something that is a little bit off, or you think that you've gone overboard with your wardrobe or anything, take it off. And this is exactly the same thing I tell you today for your business. Make sure that you look at it and you're like, okay, can I edit something more? Is it clear enough? Is it straight enough? Can people make a picture out of what I'm trying to explain? Really simple. And if that is the case, then go for it. Go for it. Okay, guys, I'm going to see you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.
Marketing is hard. But I'll tell you a little secret. It doesn't have to be. Let me point something out. You're listening to a podcast right now, and it's great. You love the host. You seek it out and download it. You listen to it while driving, working out, cooking, even going to the bathroom. Podcasts are a pretty close companion. And this is a podcast ad. Did I get your attention? You can reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Libsyn Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a pre-produced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience in their favorite podcasts with Libsyn Ads. Go to libsynads.com, that's LIBSYN, ads.com today.